This video is called Jesus Christ is a Jerk. A complete and utter creep. You know, one of the things that Christians say that they like about this Jesus Christ fella is they claim that he was big on healing the blind, the deaf, and the dumb. He was just a cute fella, right? Walking around in the fucking hot desert, everybody smelling like musty catfish. And he's just, oh, come follow me and I'll save your Rudy Poo ass. In Exodus chapter 4 verse 11, God speaks to Moses according to the alleged story. He says, who makes man's mouth? Who makes the blind, deaf, and dumb? Is it not I, the Lord? God boasts about making people blind, deaf, and dumb. According to the Bible, Deuteronomy as well as Exodus as well as Leviticus, and Numbers and Judges, God admits repeatedly that the reason why people have genetic issues, why people are blind, deaf, and dumb, crippled, disabled, whatever you want to call it, is because God made them that way. Every disease or condition or suffering in this world was created by the God of the Bible, according to Christians, as well as that Christian Bible that I seem to like to read every once in a while. So here's the deal. Here's what's fucked up about the situation. Did Jesus actually heal anybody? Did he actually have love or concern for people? Did he actually do any good? No. Why? Because if you were to go out into the street and take a sledgehammer and crack some poor old woman over the fucking skull, blinding her, making her go deaf, and then making her sit there and suffer like that for 5 or 10 years of her life, and then you turn around and decide that you want to magically wave your hands and heal her from the damage that you already did, does that make you a good person? The old woman wouldn't be blind or deaf in the first place hadn't God made her that way. So healing her isn't really that great and wonderful of a thing, is it? Not really. It would be different if Superman came down and saved the old woman from all the problems, because he didn't originally cause her to be disabled in the first place. However, according to the Bible, all things, including evil, calamity, and destruction and chaos itself, was created by this God. So if God heals something, he's not actually doing a good thing, he's simply removing that which he originally put on you. Does that make sense? If I walk up to you and I punch you right dead square in your fucking teeth and knock some of your teeth out, and then later on I take you to a dentist to pay a couple $1,000s to have some fake ones put back in your face, that's not really a good thing, is it? Because I'm the one that knocked your fucking teeth out in the first place. You're not going to be smiling at me, especially with teeth, if I punch you in the mouth, and then later on down the road I decide to say, well, let me go ahead and fix that problem. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. The reason why people die, according to the Bible, is because Adam and Eve ate from a tree that God had put in the middle of the garden. God had created this tree of death. I don't even know why they call it the tree of right and wrong, good and evil, tree of knowledge. They might as well just call it the tree of fucking death that God made. And he also created the talking serpent that seduced man into eating from the tree. So God ain't done shit. Jesus Christ wouldn't have had to sacrifice himself in the first place if God would have just simply stepped in and protected his children from the get-go. If God would have actually created Adam and Eve perfect, then they would have never made mistakes. If you're perfect, you don't make mistakes. So why do people keep saying that Adam and Eve was perfect? That's bullshit. Then I hear all this nonsense about Jesus Christ being perfect. No, according to the Bible, he was not perfect. That's obviously some bullshit Christians came up with. Jesus Christ did not keep the Sabbath. He also killed because he allowed himself to be killed, which is committing suicide. He basically was an accessory to his own murder. Most people would say if you were to hire somebody like Dr. Kevorkian to pull the plug on you and inject you with poison, guess what? You're an accessory to your own death or murder. Therefore, so is Jesus Christ. Doesn't matter what the fucking intention is. If a soldier wants to protect his platoon and he jumps on a grenade and gets blown to smithereens so the rest of the group doesn't get blown up, it is still suicide whether you think it was for a good reason or not. So that's the situation. Jesus Christ claims to have done a sacrifice in the Bible. What exactly is a sacrifice? 3 days of no Super Bowl? Because according to the Bible, the dude got back up afterwards. He's an Indian giver. Do you know what a fucking Indian giver is? He basically wants you to give everything that you have to him, and then he's going to give you just a little tiny pebble and tell you that it has magic in it. He's going to tell you to squeeze the goat balls. Big fucking whoop. He was dead for 3 days allegedly. How can God be dead at all? Christians say he's God. Well, God can't die. If God were to die, then he couldn't be omniscient. He couldn't be omnipresent. Not if he's fucking dead. So there's no sacrifice there. There's no actual healing going on. My goodness, Jesus also showed that he was an asshole when it comes to animal rights. You know, veterinarians and shit like that, they would fucking totally hate the guy. Jesus is the same son of a bitch that put 2,000 demons into 2,000 fucking pigs and sent them fucking squealing off a goddamn cliff, drowning themselves. And drowning is a very horrific way to die. Could you imagine all the people in Ethiopia that could have been fed from the goddamn pork chops that were wasted that fucking day? I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I had to. You get the point, though. Jesus Christ is not all that in a box of fucking Cracker Jacks, okay? I'm sorry. He was a jackass. He was an asshole. You think I'm an asshole, but I have yet to ever blind somebody or cause somebody to go fucking deaf. Unless someone has sat and listened to my music too long. That could cause some issues, but that's their own choice. So that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Jesus is an asshole. Thank you.